Solana literally has to break out now. Today, we analyze Solana. However, by actually looking at a higher time frame, we are perfectly able to determine exactly where Solana will head next in the near future. Therefore, looking here at the monthly chart of Solana, before we start with our technical analysis, we first always have to determine the underlying trend. On Solana, you can see that starting back in 2020, we witnessed a parabolic rally. I mean, from bottom to top, Solana has been rallying an incredible 80,000% towards the upside. Now, after this quite strong parabolic rally back in the year of 2021, we saw then the creation of the previous all-time high exactly at this psychological $250 level. From here, Solana actually created a quite harsh correction from top to bottom of approximately minus 97%. And just a couple of years ago, Solana was trading at this $9 level. After this massive drop, we then saw a quite expected reversal triangle breakout where you can see for quite some time Solana has been trading in this triangle. We then saw the breakout in the end of 2023. Back then I decided to publish a bunch of analysis explaining all the reasons for which I simply do expect a substantial move higher after this overall bullish triangle breakout, and I will link all of this previous analysis either on the right side or below this breakdown. Now, ever since, you can see Solana has been once again rallying substantially. We witnessed a rally of 1,000%, and as we're speaking, Solana is once again retesting the previous all-time high. This retest has once again not been unexpected. Just a couple of months ago, Solana retested a substantial horizontal support at this psychological $120 level. You can see that for multiple months in a row, Solana has been retesting this structure, and we always saw a textbook retest followed by bullish confirmation. Therefore, we will simply see, or we simply saw another retest of this major horizontal support. That's also the reason for why a couple of months ago in mid-2025, I also published a bunch of analysis explaining all the reasons for which I do expect this move higher, also linked below or next to this analysis. And over the course of the past couple of months, Solana has been rallying 100%. Now, as I mentioned, Solana is currently retesting the previous all-time high. And you can see that this now actually constitutes the third retest of the all-time high. We saw the first retest back in 2021. We saw the second retest in the end of 2024. And just 1 year later, Solana is once again retesting the previous all-time high. Now, generally speaking, when it comes to support and resistance, the more often a market retests a zone, the higher the chance that it will eventually be broken towards the upside. Yes, on the smaller time frames, Solana is now starting to reject this horizontal resistance. However, there is still a very high chance that we will see a major breakout on Solana soon. Obviously, the market always creates some back and forth before we will then ultimately see the breakout. But if Solana actually manages to create bullish confirmation within the next couple of days/weeks, a major all-time high breakout becomes more and more likely. On the contrary, obviously, if Solana is not able to break above the previous all-time high, there is a very high chance that we will see at least another retest of this $120 level, which would mean a correction of approximately 50%. But the all-time high breakout is far more likely. If you enjoyed today's analysis of Solana and you found it helpful, I really appreciate if you smash the thumbs up below this video. Obviously, the moment Solana actually creates bullish confirmation and tries to break above the previous all-time high, I will immediately update this analysis. So make sure you check back every once in a while. I will also see you tomorrow with a fresh breakdown. And in the end, just make sure that you don't get caught up in any of this crazy short-term volatility and you simply manage to keep your long-term vision.